What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. So if you guys are stopping in for the first time, go ahead and punch that subscribe button, smash the like button. If you guys are stopping in after this video is live, skip ahead to like the 2-minute mark because there's going to be a couple of minutes before I actually get into the content. But we were talking about Dodge yet again and their hidden messages that they put into license plates and all kinds of stuff. Dodge are notorious for this stuff. They do it all the time. So I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I've found out about this message. And not only that, what I think it most likely means, but there's also facts to back that up. What's up, 27 Supercharged? What's up, KB? What's going up? Hard Acceleration. What's up, Mo? This will be a good video. This is going to be short and sweet. I've been digging into Dodge's GEB 560 plate that appeared on the Trackhawk. It appeared on the Challenger, and it appeared on the Gladiator. It's been on multiple vehicles. And there's a couple of possibilities, but logically it points to the same exact thing. And I'm going to get to that and explain exactly what I found out and what most likely this means. Based on my contacts, and not only that, other automotive people in the industry as well. So we're going to get down to it right now. What's up, Fury? I hope so, but I'm not exactly sure how they're taking care of that. Anybody who knows my videos knows I talked about the 426 that was going to be coming to replace the SRT engine, which was the 392. But the problem is that the 426 engine has an issue. The Elephant engine has an issue with stress issues involving the camshaft and the push rods. So not exactly sure, but the rollers were involved in that, and the assembly was stressed out and the engines were breaking, which is why they haven't delivered the Elephant engines yet. And that is basically the same problem they ran into with the 426. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. Any case, as far as the 426, I'm not exactly sure how this would pertain to it, although the number 560 could pertain to the amount of horsepower in the 560. But there are many other explanations for this, and I'm going to get into some really cool stuff here, okay? I appreciate that, Jackie. So you look at the license plate, and you see GEB 560. Some people would say, hey, what does the GEB mean? I know the 560 is most likely the horsepower of the 426. That is very close to what the power of the 426 would be. However, what does the GEB stand for? Well, I've been doing some digging, and the 560, some people are saying, stands for the 560 cubic inch eco-diesel. Now, that makes a lot of sense considering GEB stands for Gladiator Eco-Diesel Big Block 560, and the 560 is big block diesel. And that would be great. And a lot of people talked about that about 10 months ago. And it lines up perfectly considering they put it on the Trackhawk, the Challenger, and the Gladiator. And the GEB 560 would mean a massive amount of power for the Jeep Gladiator. Now, to put a 560 engine in a Gladiator would be like putting a Elephant engine in a Dodge Dart. It's a smaller truck for that size of an engine, but it's very doable. But will we really see Dodge do that? Put a 560 big block eco-diesel in a Gladiator? But Gladiator eco-diesel big block is GEB, and 560 is the size of the engine. So that is one possibility that some people are saying is true. But I've looked into a lot more of a deeper angle for Dodge. And Dodge loves to live life in the past and its accomplishments and pay homage to their vehicles. And not only that, they like to keep the muscle, or the brotherhood of muscle, going forward. So this is what I have deciphered on the number 560. And this is where things are going to get very cool. The number 560 would be May of 1960. If you guys know about the Dodge Dart, you know they had a special edition in 1960 called the Phoenix D500. There was only 560 made of these. There's actually 586, but 26 of them were for some purpose-built order. So to the public, there was only 560. Cha-ching. There was 560 available to the public. Now, not only was there 560 available to the public, but they're also basically they would be revealing this car on May of 1960. So now you've got 560 for the date, and you've got 560 for the amount of available units. So that number is paying homage to the Dodge Dart Phoenix Edition, and that goes back to 1960. And that was a great vehicle. In fact, there was a supercharged edition of that vehicle that topped out at 191 miles an hour. Now, if you think about it, 1960, that was before I was born, way before. That was before my parents were born. My mom wasn't born until several years after that. So this is a long time ago, and people were doing 191 miles an hour. So that is really crazy. Basically, if you look at it, the GEB, now what does that mean? If that really does mean 560, meaning 560 units, and that means May of 1960, well, then what could the GEB mean? Well, it's kind of theoretical at this point, but based on myself and a couple of other guys in the automotive industry that I spoke to, I got some friends that are heavy into this kind of stuff, and we've come up with there's a possibility that the GEB stands for Gasoline Engine Brotherhood. They just put that out there with the 560 just for the sake of it, because they're a brotherhood of muscle and gasoline engines, and they're kind of throwing fire at electric cars. And then putting the 560 in there for the Dodge Dart Phoenix Edition, which was announced in May of 1960, and only 560 units were available. It's a very limited edition car, and that car right now is worth a lot. And I mean a lot. You'd have to probably sell everything you own in multiple homes to buy one of them. And there's a very good possibility that this is what Dodge was hiding in the GEB 560 license plate. So that doesn't mean it's for sure, but it's highly likely that, that's what they're paying homage to. And like Donald just said, they could be referencing a new Dodge Dart SRT, because they did kill the Dodge Dart SRT Dodge Dart a couple of years ago. So the fact is, they could be putting this out there to create hype for the new Dodge Dart. And I don't believe the GEB 560 is paying homage to the Gladiator EcoDiesel Big Block 560, although coincidentally those numbers line up. I truly believe that the number 560 pays homage to the Dodge Dart Phoenix Edition from 1960, in May of 1960, because we've got May of 1960 and 560 units produced. So that makes total sense. And it was a Dodge Dart, and they just happened to kill the Dart a couple of years ago. And if you guys were paying attention to when they killed the Dodge Dart, that was a little over 2 years ago, the GEB license plate made it onto the Trackhawk immediately after, and the Gladiator the following year. And now year number 3, we have GEB 560 right on top of the Challenger in the Black Friday sales event. So basically, to keep it all in short form, I'm going to give you like a little PowerPoint presentation. GEB most likely stands for Gasoline Engine Brotherhood, or something to that effect, throwing fire to electric vehicles. The 560 is 560 units of the Dodge Dart Phoenix Edition being produced in May of 1960, which is 560. So that tells me that something is coming out involving a Dodge Dart. Now, I'm not exactly sure what kind of engine they're going to put in that. I would like to see the new inline-six turbo, which is highly likely considering that turbo engine will be available next year. And I'm sure you guys would love to see a 360 horsepower turbo engine in a Dodge Dart. That would be great for an SRT or SRT6, because they're not going to be putting a V8 in the Dodge Dart unless they bring it back under a bigger chassis like the Challenger, which is very possible. At this point in time, we don't know yet. But they could be bringing it back in the inline-six, turbo engine, which would be between 360 and 390 horsepower. And for a car that weighs 3,100 pounds or 2,900 pounds, that's a lot of power. I would expect to see that car running 12s. at least. But, excuse me, but if they're going to be bringing back the Dodge Dart with muscle, it could pertain, the 560 could also pertain to how many number of vehicles they release. And not only that, the horsepower. It could have a 426 Hemi and could produce 560 horsepower. So realistically, a lot of guys were saying that the 426 would produce 535 horsepower, or it might produce a little bit more. So 560 is believable. And they very well could release it in a limited quantity in a Dodge Dart. So basically, this whole license plate issue is really pointing to the Dodge Dart, really. Like, it's crazy when you think about it. But in my opinion, there's way too much going on in this video, or this license plate, or anything involving the license plate. There's way too much going on that's pointing to the Dodge Dart to just forget about it. There's way too many coincidences in the numbers, and if you really put it together, I would say we're probably 80% sure or higher that this pertains directly to the Dodge Dart. And what makes me also believe this even more is the fact that they didn't even start using the GEB 560 license plate until immediately after killing the Dodge Dart. The Dodge Dart is also one of the most #1 selling Dodges in the 60s and 70s. It was a very sought after vehicle and people love it. So they know, Dodge, I'm speaking of, knows, specifically Fiat knows, when they brought the Dodge Dart back. I forget what year it got brought back, and correct me if I'm wrong, 2012, 14, I can't remember. I think it was 14, like the end of 14. But when they brought that Dodge Dart back, it was a flop, and Fiat knows they made a mistake, so I think they're trying to pay homage back to the original, and we will be getting something really crazy. Now, I'm going to look at some comments here. Hey, what's up, Jack? What's up, Dylan? I appreciate that, Social. I don't know everything, but I do dig really hard when stuff like this comes up. I would love to see exactly how things would go with a new Dart. I'm very excited to see what Dodge is doing. I really believe that the GEB 560, like I said, correlates to a Dodge Dart. An all-wheel drive Dodge Dart turbo 6-cylinder inline 6 producing 360 horsepower basically would be a direct competitor for the Toyota Supra, the WRX STI, the Evo if they ever brought it back, the Mustang EcoBoost, the 4-cylinder Mustang with 300 horsepower, although the Dart would be faster because it would be lighter and have more power and be all-wheel drive. It would also compete with a lot of other cars in that category, and I truly believe that it makes sense considering how many people love the BMW Z4 and how many people love the new Toyota Supra. Bringing the Dodge Dart back with an inline 6 turbo would literally put it directly in competition with the BMW, which is exactly what Dodge would love to do at this point, considering their Hellcats went head-to-head with Mercedes, big sedans with lots of power. The Challengers go head-to-head with like the Mustang or the Camaro. So it would be great because they also took the Trackhawk and the Durango SRT, and that's competing with Mercedes and Land Rover and all the high-end SUVs, but American muscle. So basically the Dart could be a direct competition for the Supra and other vehicles like it. So that is exactly what I think Dodge is doing at this point. Unfortunately, I don't think this has anything to do with a Elephant or a 426. And I don't think it has anything to do with the Dodge Angel, even though they're not going to call it an Angel. I think this really does let us know that something big is coming from Dodge and Mopar in the path of a Dodge Dart, or in the form of a Dodge Dart. So I really believe we're going to get one more revival of that car, and they want to do it the right way because it failed last time. Last time they tried to make it too much of a Dodge Neon rebirth, and they just called it a Dart. Because let's face it, the Dodge Dart from a few years ago was basically a Dodge Neon with a different name and Dodge Charger kind of aerodynamics and design cues. So it wasn't really a Dodge Dart. It was like a Charger Neon baby. And they know they made a mistake. They know it. And that's why I believe that's what they're doing right now. So I hope you guys are excited about that. I know if that is exactly what Dodge is doing, I am super pumped to see a Dodge Dart come back. What do you guys think of a 360 or 370 horsepower all-wheel drive inline-six turbo Dodge Dart SRT? I would love to see it. Dodge is not hitting the compact market at all right now, and I think it could be a huge success if they bring it back. It could be the true successor to the Dodge Neon SRT4 and the Caliber SRT4, and I really believe that this would be the market that Dodge has not yet hit, considering they've got the muscle covered, they've got the Trackhawk SUV market covered, the Gladiator covers the pickup truck, they've got Jeep, they've got the Durango, they've got the Drag Pack, and they've got the Challenger ACR coming. They've got the Red Eye. They have every market covered except the compact market, which is on fire right now because of the Toyota Supra. That's one of the reasons why. So I would love to see it. I'm sure you guys would love to see it. So let me know what you think of the Dodge Dart idea. And the fact is that all these numbers and hidden innuendos that, you know, Dodge has hidden in these license plates really do seriously point to a Dodge Dart. And that's what I'd like to see. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this video. Check out the other channel, Circle, Triangle, Square. That's my YouTube channel. We're over there live streaming. Once it gets to 1,000 subscribers, doing a massive giveaway over there. And my giveaway officially on this channel is starting this week. I'm still waiting on the paperwork to come back, and we're going to start that as well. Be sure to check out my brother's channel, This Can't Be Happening, all lowercase, one word. And check out the new merch below the video. I have brand new Demon merchandise. It's called Venom Proof. And I've got the Snake Eater merchandise coming for Dodge Demon owners and people who want to wear that merchandise as well. And Respect the Beast, Hellcat, Red Eye merchandise, all right there below the video. Get it in time for Christmas. What way to represent Dodge against the new GT500 Mustang than to wear a Dodge Demon hoodie or t-shirt that says Venom Proof or Snake Eater. I think that's pretty sick if you ask me. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping in. If you're stopping in for the first time, smash the like, subscribe, comment below what do you guys think, and we'll see you guys on the next video. I appreciate all my returning subscribers. I'm sorry I'm cutting this video short. I wanted to keep it right to the point. I love all you guys, and I appreciate you guys stopping in. We'll see you on the next video. Until then, take care, have a great day, and we'll see all you guys on the next upload. Peace out.